fan, please welcome Chef Eddie Jackson!
What's up?
How are you?
You know what? I love the hair, by the way.
You love the golden hair?
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm doing well.
Thank you. I love the golden shirt you're wearing. Congratulations on all of this. I mean, you talk about next chapter, from football to competitive chef to amazing chef. Has it been whirlwind?
It has been a whirlwind. It's been 7 years that I've been, with Food Network, but it's been a blessing for me.
Because I figured, this is our 4th season. I always say, I didn't really settle in to a couple. I faked it like the first season. I was like, I got this. And then you start to settle in and find your flavor, so to speak.
You fake it till you make it. But, no, it took a few years, but now, I have a couple of shows like we talked about, and I've done a lot of shows with Food Network, done a lot of judging and hosting. And so now it's at the point to where, how it is, it's smooth. Everything just goes really smooth.
When did you know you love cooking?
I grew up in a household with chefs. My grandmothers were chefs, so I grew up at 5 years old making biscuits with my grandmother.
That's what I heard. Yeah. Your love of cooking started with biscuits, but your fitness is legendary. People follow you on social media because you somehow maintain this level of fitness. I'm married, but I have eyes. But you keep fit while still cooking, which is sometimes difficult. Because I'm a nosher. When I'm cooking, I'm eating.
It's all about moderation. So, I'm tasting everything. I'm eating. We say we love to eat. I love to eat.
All right.
And so I got to make sure that if I'm doing those things, I got to keep myself in shape.
Okay. Now, goulash is what we're making. My mom, that's the one of two things she can cook. She can make goulash. How did you start to fall in love with this family recipe?
So for me, when you said something about fall, this is the first recipe that came to mind because what happens is, this is basically like a hug in a bowl. So my grandmother used to make this, and so this is something that I wanted to share because it's all about fall. Oh yeah, my grandmother made this.
See, that's the thing. Goulash is just that. It's a Hungarian dish in origin, but it's this universal dish.
So universal. And the good thing about goulash is that it's very inexpensive. So when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. This is a dish that we could feed a lot of people with.
Right, and it tastes better the next day.
And it tastes so good.
All right, what's the secret to your good goulash?
So basically what I like to do is I'm browning my meat right now. So what I want to do is go ahead and add in my dry spices so they can kind of go ahead and start to season.
All right, what do we have here?
So I have some garlic powder, I have some Italian seasoning, and I have some smoked paprika in here as well.
Now, I don't know if they told you, I'm still obsessed with measuring. I'm learning to cook to taste. That's why I'm easy.
Wait, you like to measure?
Yeah.
See, I don't see that. It's hard for me to measure.
That's why you have that show and I have this show.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's hard for me to measure. I can't do it. But the good thing about goulash is good with fall because you can add in a lot of fall vegetables.
Okay.
But then you can also add in some summer veggies that you've frozen and now you're utilizing those inside of the dish.
I like the practicality.
What I'm doing now, I have that onion going on inside of there. I have some chopped garlic that I'm gonna add, and then gonna add in a little bit of this Maggi seasoning with a little bit of soy sauce as well.
So that's different. I hadn't heard that. What made you decide for this spin?
So it's basically umami in a bottle. So you mix the soy sauce with the Maggi seasoning. Maggi seasoning is like an old school trick that my grandmother, my dad used to use. Just give that kind of wow factor to a dish. Very old school.
I've never done it before. This is my first time cooking with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So you let all that cook down and let all those flavors kind of combine. What I'm gonna do is I like a little bit of spice. So I'm gonna use some fire roasted tomatoes.
Oh, yum.
I'm gonna give it a little bit of smokiness as well.
I like that nice twist to it too. I like that smokiness. This is one of my staples that I keep in my kitchen, the fire roasted tomatoes.
I love them.
I hadn't cooked with them and then all of a sudden I saw a recipe and I fell in love, so I keep it as a staple. All right.
So we add those in, and then the last thing you want to do is we're gonna add in some tomato sauce to that.
All right. Cook it down. Look, I was about to ask how much tomato sauce, but I don't want to be shamed.
How much tomato sauce?
How much tomato sauce, Tamron? As much as you like.
You cook with your eyes.
I'm cooking with my eyes.
Some specific measurements.
Oh, boy.
Specific measurements.
Oh, gosh.
And so last thing you want to do is just kind of season with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
And
I was getting worried for a second
sauce,
because you hadn't mentioned salt and pepper, and I was really about to judge you. Because when we book chefs on this show, some people have tried the no
cooking with salt.
Some people who didn't get booked on this show. No. Well, we keep it real around here. I'm like, what? No salt and pepper?
I'm from Texas.
We're from Texas.
Yeah, we season everything.
Yes. So we add a little bit of our salt, and I mean, I don't want to over-salt.
You don't want to
go
over-salt it
crazy.
because remember you have that soy sauce in there,
Yeah.
which has a lot of salt in it.
Yeah, but we
you
do
still want to add a little bit of salt
and
because
pepper.
of the tomatoes.
Yes, sir.
So what's
Okay.
going to happen now is you have all of your wet ingredients in there. You just want to just let that cook for a little bit,
Yeah.
cook until the
Can
meat.
we do this in a slow cooker too?
You could definitely do this in a slow cooker. And then the last thing you want to do is we're going to add in that macaroni, and then we're going to add in some corn at the end, but this needs to cook down.
Okay, we're gonna cook this down, and then Chef Eddie Jackson has another fresh recipe, a sidekick, if you will, to this, and we'll talk with him about his other sidekick, his son, 3-year-old Trey.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, man.
We'll get the scoop on that daddy-son love after the break. Welcome back to Tamron's Tasty Menu. Today we're exploring what's fresh for fall with chefs who are redefining some traditional recipes of the season. Before the break, Chef Eddie Jackson of Food Network's Halloween Wars and Out Chef'd was showing us how to make a delicious fall goulash. Before the break, we were about to add our pasta and our corn. Now, I'm a corn fanatic.
I love
I
corn.
can eat corn all day, all season. I'm a corn person. So you have, these are huge.
So you really want to use large. I love texture, right?
I know, right? These are
So
big.
anytime you have something, you're going to add this pasta to
Yeah.
simmering liquid like this, and it's not watering sauce. You really want a large pasta to be able to soak
To
up.
hold it up. All right, see,
Exactly.
that's when I would eat it as a kid, we had those small macaronis, but this makes sense.
It makes sense when you have all these ingredients in there to get lost. So you want
Yeah.
something to kind of stand out.
Okay,
So
and
we're
your
going to add in
corn?
this corn as well. And you can utilize mixed vegetables or any vegetables you have in your freezer.
Yeah.
But I love using corn just to give it a little pop of sweetness.
Okay, so we got that in there. We mix it. How long do you simmer this for?
So this is going to be about 10 to 12 minutes. You know, with the larger noodles, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's just until the noodles are al dente. So it's going to take about, like I said, 10
Look
to
at
12.
you, like country boy saying al dente.
I know. Hey, my grandma would say, when the noodles get soft, that's when you take it off.
I love it. Your grandmama, wise words. Okay.
She was a wise woman. Okay.
Oh, wow. So we've simmered that. You've
So-
got that here.
Yeah, so while the noodles cook, what we're gonna do now is move on to our side ingredient,
Okay.
right? So a side recipe. So what I have is a delicata squash. I love using squash in the fall. So like patty pans, delicata, those are fall squashes. So there's a lot of sweetness to it, and it gets really kind of like nutty and caramelized when you
Delicious.
roast it like we do. So what I've done is created like basically a butter. So I've buttered that I paired with some star anise, some cardamom, a little bit of turmeric to just get into the fall. And then when I use that and I drizzle that over the squash itself, and then we roast it.
Okay,
we just
so
add
for
to
the
the
full
flavor.
disclosure, your butter recipe will be on our website. So you have all these delicious spices for the squash.
Yeah, exactly. So once you roast it, this is how it's going to come out. The delicata squash is so sweet. It's like a better version of a butternut, in my opinion, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is build this salad. So what we have here is some arugula, and
Got
I'm going
it.
to pair that with some herbs.
Okay.
So any herbs that you want, I have some mint, I have some basil, a little bit of parsley
Nice.
as well. And all it is just kind of tearing off these herbs and adding it right to your bowl with the
Okay.
arugula.
Nice, nice, nice. Parsley. And got some basil. All right, so we herb it up.
Herb it up, right?
I just coined
Did
that.
you say herb it up?
Well, I mean,
Just
listen.
made herb it up.
Herb it up. Listen.
All
Wait a
right.
minute, Emerald Lagasse, those people, they have BAM. Everybody's got their thing. Do you have your signature?
I don't have a signature.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't have a signature. I'd never come up with. Maybe I need to.
No. Well, listen, you're doing just fine without a
Maybe I need
signature.
to.
You're doing just fine. All right, so you've got seeds here.
Yep. So I have some pepitas, pumpkin seeds that's going to
Oh,
go in there.
nice,
I
nice.
have some dried cranberry. So these
Ooh.
are all like things that you think of with fall.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I love it.
Some apples are going to go in as well.
Nice.
Who said that?
Everybody.
Just let me check.
Now,
Apples.
do you? So Trey is 3. Do you take him apple picking? Because like when I moved from the south up north, we take Moses' pumpkin patch. We don't pick the pumpkins, but we also go apple picking. Look at Trey.
That's my man. So we're making pizza. We're making homemade
Oh
pizza.
my gosh.
So I love cooking with my son. It's just a great bonding thing that we do because, like I
is.
said, I grew up with cooking with my grandmother, and those are memories that I still have, and I want him to have those same memories. So it's fun. I love doing that. That's
So
my man right
cute.
there.
There's a little man. Look at him. Oh my gosh. So we have a little feta cheese here.
Yeah, so we're gonna add in a little feta cheese.
Okay.
And so the kicker is gonna be
Yeah.
this is a maple vinaigrette that I use, maple syrup.
Oh, you use maple? Oh.
Maple syrup. And so I wanna just use that and dress it.
And again, all of the maple vinaigrette recipe and the butter will be on our website. I love that you use maple syrup in your vinaigrette.
Exactly.
That's nice. So you mix that together.
And then all we wanna do is we're gonna plate this. I only use half of the vinaigrette because I still wanna save some to dress at the end.
Okay.
And I like to just kind of move this around like this.
Oh.
That's how this is gonna come together.
Nice, nicety, nice, nice, nice. I like
So you eat with your eyes first, right? You
Yeah.
eat with your eyes first.
Yes, this is beautiful. Oh, and you know, I have to say when I make pasta, a lot of times I struggle to figure out what side to put for things. Lately, I've been Googling like sides to pair with this, sides to pair with that. This is a beautiful salad. I'm gonna get my bowl.
Simple, fresh.
Okay.
And then the last thing I want to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of this dressing
Oh,
right on top.
okay.
And then we're gonna drizzle on a little bit of maple syrup right on top, just
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh!
Like that.
Oh my God! You come to win.
And then because we're from
Listen.
Texas, we got to finish with a little bit of salt,
Oh!
like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is heavenly. I mean, I don't know how you find time to cook anymore because you are so busy with all of your shows.
I
How
stay
are you
busy,
juggling
but
it?
Cooking is relaxation for me. So when I get home, I cut on my music, I'm cooking, and now I'm just relaxing.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I got my little bowl here. I'm being modest.
Be modest now.
I
There we
won't
go.
be, but I'm trying to pretend. This is beautiful.
Really
Of course, I'm
is.
eating it right out of the flaming pot. That means I'm
There you
hungry.
are. All right, let me join you. There we go.
Oh.
Isn't that a hug in a bowl?
Oh my gosh, it is. Woo! Ah. Oh. Look. Woo! I feel hugged. I feel squeezed. Okay, now let me get my part. I feel like I just made out with a pasta bowl. Listen. Oh my gosh, let me try this with the honey and the vinaigrette and that butter. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on.
All right.
Oh, that turmeric, I can taste it all. This is beautiful. Congratulations on
Thank you.
everything. I love the hug you gave us. I love everything about you. High five. It's for the win, brother. I love it. Thank you, Eddie. You can find these delicious recipes from Eddie on our website, tamronhallshow.com. You can also catch Eddie Jackson on Food Network Halloween Wars Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern and Out Chef Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Both also available to stream on Discovery Plus. Bravo! Yes! And don't forget his cookbook.